Even though Red Bull came away with 2 podiums in Turkey, it was quite clear that they couldn't match the pace of the Mercedes cars throughout the entire weekend. This was despite Istanbul Park seemingly being a Red Bull track. Retired F1 driver Mark Webber, who used to drive for Red Bull in the past, has now questioned Red Bull's competence in the title fight on the F1 Nation podcast. I'm your host Tyler, and first up on Formula World, are Red Bull dropping the ball with Max Verstappen? Webber began by stating his concern. I think that my little concern off the back of the race in Turkey is, are Red Bull giving Max the car for closing this championship out? He explained why he is concerned. Because I think I would have lost a lot of money for Valtteri to have the measure of Max in those conditions. I thought Verstappen would run rings around him all day long, but he couldn't react to the speed of Valtteri. He added that Red Bull needs to react. It was interesting. I think in terms of performance in both the dry and wet, Red Bull know they need to react to Mercedes' pace now, with these new engines that Mercedes have put in the back of the car, or some aero or whatever's going on. He signed off by pointing out that Max is doing the best he can with the car he has got. Max is really hanging in there. Okay, he had a shunt in Monza, but I think in Russia he drove brilliantly, obviously, and that's all he could get out of the car in Turkey as well. Fast feed. Ferrari's Carlos Sainz wouldn't change the decision to take the engine penalty in Turkey. It was the perfect race to take the penalty to then do a comeback. Of course, without the penalty with the old engine, I would have been able to start more up the front. But in a long season, you need to put everything into perspective, and this is a development that is giving us a bit of performance, he elaborated. As you saw, I could overtake, and this is also thanks to the good job that everyone is doing in Maranello with the new power unit. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner has suggested that everybody has choices in life. You could go to Formula 2 and do 12 races and earn half the money. I think a lot of guys in the paddock forget that 10 or 15 years ago, we went testing in January and then the drivers and their race engineers would go from race to test to race to test. In terms of work balance, we don't see the mechanics in the factory much between races because the cars aren't there, he summed up. Red Bull test driver Alex Albon has explained that suppose Verstappen has certain problems or changes he wants to make, they first have to make sure they have the same problems in the simulator. For example, if he has a car with rear end imbalance in turn 2, we have to simulate that and make adjustments so that he is happy. That feedback then goes to his engineer, he expanded. We sometimes go until 11 PM, and on Saturdays I have to get up again around 3 or 4 AM to go to the track. Formula 1 is very hectic, he expanded. McLaren team principal Andreas Seidel has stated that they knew in advance that it would be a very difficult Grand Prix for them in Turkey. We had problems earlier in the season at this kind of circuit and fell back behind Ferrari. I always try to stay realistic with our successes, he elaborated. That realistic view came up again in Istanbul. We know where we stand. We have made good progress in recent years, but there is still a long way to go, he concluded. Haas team principal Günther Steiner has stated that they are ready for next year, they are fine. Everybody did what they needed to do. The mechanics, everyone just executed really well in Turkey. This is what made me happy because I am happy now. We are ready. If we get a better car, the race team is ready to get some points, he concluded. Will Red Bull be able to match Mercedes in the upcoming races? Head over to our community page to vote in the poll and let us know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out our others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.